All right, guys, we're going to talk about something a little bit different today here, a little bit different style video all the way around, because I feel like I haven't put out a, stocks I'm buying this month type video for a couple of months now. And that's for a very, very specific reason. And I kind of wanted to explain that a lot further today so that way you guys can understand the lessons with that and maybe be able to take that and apply that to your plan as well with your investing and your goals and everything else. I know that we talk a lot about that sort of thing on this channel right here. And so I want to make sure that I'm very, very clear with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys the video that I released to my group about my current plan, what I'm buying, how I'm going to buy it, what strategy I'm using to execute on those buys during this type of market, because there's it's a red hot market. We don't know what to say, right? We all know that. Lots of overpriced stocks. How do you navigate this down market? How do you continue to execute to your plan, but then maybe make a tweak to your plan so that way you can continue to execute moving forward? That's exactly what I describe here. Now, the other great part about being in a group member is it's not just what you can find out there on YouTube. We have a lot of folks doing a lot of deep due diligence on a lot of different stocks. So there's some great stocks out there that are being putting out there in our group, some hidden gems per se, that a lot of folks have found they've made a lot of money on so far. That right there is great. We talk about that a little bit as well in this video. So actually make sure you check out the pinned comment down there. It's always the pinned comment down there for my group. We have a fall sale. So actually, you know what? We'll just go ahead and start the fall sale early. It's video too early. That's okay. It doesn't really matter at this stage. We'll go and release it early there. So that way, those of you guys that want to understand this on a much deeper level, be able to do due diligence through the coaching that we offer in there for free, through the free courses, through basically interacting with myself on live Q&As. Guys, there's so much involved down there. Again, it's the pinned comment. We'll talk more about it here at the end. So hopefully you guys get a lot of value out of this video, and it kind of explains why I also have not been posting this style video very often as well. All right, guys, I just wanted to put together a quick video here just to kind of let you guys know kind of what my strategy is kind of moving forward here. It's kind of changing just a touch. Nothing is changing in regards to my overall bigger picture plan, my goals, or anything else of that nature. So this really has nothing to do with that. It has to do with just kind of where we're at in the market cycle right now, what I want to buy, kind of what I'm looking at and everything else of that nature. That kind of just goes into your planning and everything else that you do. Now we talk about it all the time. Have a plan, stick to your plan, all that good stuff. But you do alter your plan from time to time. Now, granted, I am not making like wholesale changes. Should I buy this? Should I get rid of that? I'm nothing like that, guys. You guys know from the start, we've already talked about it. Before the year even started, I said I wanted to get rid of some of the other stocks to free up some time so that way I can do some other things that I have coming next year in my life. And obviously just, we all have losing stocks we want to get rid of, right, at some point in time. But I planned it out and I'm going to execute on that this year. And of course, I'm always looking to buy the discount and everything else. But as you guys have seen this year, it has been slim pickings, at least in my price target range, of buying stocks. Now, obviously, we got great opportunities at the beginning of the year. Obviously, April, again, we got some great opportunities. We had great opportunities in, SoFi, Palantir, if you were looking to fill out more Palantir, obviously Google, Amazon, all those. Got great deals on them. Of course, PayPal. Yes, I understand. Wasn't going to mention it. Didn't want to open that wound again. But hey, understand that completely. But now as kind of the years moved on and we've kind of had our next nice run up in a lot of our stocks, I haven't been buying nearly as much in my main portfolios across the deal. And unfortunately, the cash is building up to a point to where, yes, I can redistribute that to other investments, which I have done some of that already in regards to the next phases for my real estate and some other things of that nature that I'm working on in the background there. But I also know there's a couple of companies that are just great values right now, specifically Google and Amazon, that, okay, yeah, I wish we still got that pricing that we had just obviously just a few months ago there, where they were, both of them were well under, $200. But obviously we're not getting that type pricing. So I'm just going to do a small DCA into those stocks as we kind of move forward here, because I need to start putting that capital of the work. I do think I can beat the, 3.5%, 4%, whatever the heck I'm getting in cash right now by putting the money in those stocks. More importantly, share count is what matters. And I'm still getting a very, very reasonable valuation of those stocks. Now, obviously, if stuff starts to fall and comes down into those ranges again, I'll happily buy more. Or if those stocks happen to fall, I'll happily start making some bigger buys in that stock. So although I would much rather get a larger discount on those stocks, and especially stocks like that where I already have full positions and I'm just adding bonus shares upon bonus shares, the reality is that sometimes in your investing journey, you just end up at a point, and hopefully all you guys end up at this point one day as you invest, as you create your more money loops, as you kind of grow in other types of investments. Maybe you guys get out there and start businesses or side hustle that start putting in more money in. For me, I haven't really seen that next hot stock that I want to go after. And I don't mean hot stock like in, everybody's talking about YouTube or anything, just a stock where I see significant undervalue and I want to go after that particular stock. A lot of the stocks that you guys have found that have had significant undervalued looks to them just are outside of my circle of competence, or I don't need another stock in that direction right now, whatever the case is. Of course, if one of those comes along, I got plenty of cash to go after that aggressively. But for right now, I think the best use of my capital and my time is just simply to start up a small DCA into those two stocks right now that are right around fair value. You could argue that they're undervalued a little bit, kind of depending upon where you place the valuation and such. Again, up to you guys to figure out where it lies on that range, on that spectrum there. But I don't think anybody would say that both those are extremely overvalued unless you're just a complete bear on both of those stocks. So just simply a small DCA, keep capital moving. Again, share count is what matters in the end. And that's strictly what I have to keep in mind personally, is just simply to, hey, let me keep my share count rolling forward on two great companies that I don't think any of us think 5 years from now, they're not going to be much larger, much better companies than they are today. They've proven that they can execute through every single environment you can think of, every single situation you can think of. So I'm not concerned at all. Now, I am not saying they're going on an imminent run. I'm not doing anything else of that nature, guys. So please don't take it that way. It is just simply taking what the market is giving me. And unfortunately, right now, a lot of the stocks that we want to buy heavy or that we want to jump into, for me personally at least, just not at a good deal to where I can really justify purchasing at these prices. However, these two stocks are very, very reasonable right now, and it makes sense to do a small DCA into them until we start seeing better deals or better earnings. And I'm not saying the earnings have been bad by any stretch, but earnings to then justify higher valuations at that stage. Obviously, markets conditions change all the time. I have no clue what's coming. I just know in my own personal situation, this is kind of the setup that has happened. And so this is the way I'm going to execute for now on that. Again, it's not this large deviation from my plan or anything else of that nature. It's just simply, hey, I'm going to take those two price targets, change them from a price target to DCA, and then I'm just simply going to DCA on those stocks. Of course, I got to remember to DCA now. That's the hard part for me, is I'm so used to price targets. Sometimes a DCA is hard for me because I just got to remember to do it each week because I get so used to seeing price targets that that's just kind of the way my mind works. So got to be a little more deliberate there. So I apologize in advance if I happen to struggle with that. Again, it's not something for you guys to follow or do or anything else. I simply share this just so that way you guys can kind of see what I'm thinking and my reasons behind why. Because one day I hope you are all in that spot where you're investing, you have plenty of money to invest, and you just end up at a spot right now or at a situation like right now where everything you're looking to buy is simply overvalued. And instead of chasing or trying to find the next this or trying to find the next that, and I'm not saying I'm not looking for my next stock, just simply I'm not going to get out there and chase it. I'm not going to get out there and stress myself out. I'm not going to get out there and stretch and go outside of my circle of competence or come over here to just basically a stock that I really don't have any interest in owning or that I think might very well be the next hot thing, but it's really overvalued. Whatever the case is, that's what a lot of folks are doing right now. That's when you get in trouble as an investor because you start speculating instead of investing. And I like easy money, right? I know when we were buying Google, for example, at 150, that was easy money. Easy money all day long. I like that. Right now, there isn't a lot of easy money opportunities that I see in stocks that I want to own. Not saying that you guys out there, you guys have spotted a lot of easy money opportunities in stocks that you want to own or that you have, a high level of competency in. Just for me, I'm not seeing it right now, so I'm going to DCA into some just fair valued stocks right now, right around fair value, and kind of move forward until that next opportunity comes up. Hopefully this is a lesson that all you guys can take forward. Obviously, it's something some of you guys are in that spot right now, so that way this lesson is a little bit more applicable for some of you guys. This may be 2 years from now, 5 years from now, whatever the case is. For you individually, hopefully you look back on this lesson here, draw some comparisons, some conclusions to your own plan there, and maybe be able to make a minor adjustment here and a minor adjustment there, whatever the case is, in order to continue to execute forward. Of course, always being ready for whatever the heck the market throws at you next. So, and remember, if you want access to see all those different buys and all those different stocks and the due diligence and everything else involved in those stocks that are kind of across the group there, make sure you check out the pinned comment down there for the fall sale that we have going on right now. We just went on ahead and started up early for you guys right here. So that way you can jump on that, learn how to do due diligence, learn how to set price targets, how to do evaluation, be a part of the best 6, 7, and 8 figure Discord out there. We got exclusive videos, guys. We forgot free coaching. There's so much involved in the group. Just check out the pinned comments, see everything that's involved, and see if a membership's right for you. And click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market. And click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.